everyone, it's me Philip Allen and you're watching the 7th episode of Saints. Before moving on directly to know about this saint, let me ask you a question. How will you feel when someone listens to you and sees you as their inspiration and guide? It feels good, right? Yeah. Today, we are going to talk about someone who was gifted to lead and guide people to God Himself. Saint Bernard was born in a castle to a high-born family and was sent away by his parents during his youth to receive a classical education. After the death of his mother left him in a depression, he pondered more seriously what God wanted of him. When Bernard was a child in his native region of southeastern France, a local monk decided to try something new. He founded a new monastery at a place called Citeaux in the hope of living the Benedictine rule with exactitude and rigor. At the age of 22, still mourning his mother, Bernard decided to dedicate his life to God and to enter this new experimental monastery. But Bernard, being Bernard, with all the force of his mind and personality, when he knocked on the door of the abbey, he was not alone. Behind him at the door stood a long train of 30 of his friends, brothers, cousins, and all noblemen. Bernard was a leader and they were the followers. They wanted to become a monk because he wanted to become a monk. When he asked, they answered, and they answered yes. This natural gift to command and lead was a sign of things to come. Citeaux inspired and gave its name to the Cistercian movement of monastic reform. Because of Bernard's dynamic presence, Citeaux soon overflowed with monks, and Bernard was sent as abbot to found a new monastery at Clairvaux, or Clear Valley. This was his base for the rest of his life. As the first abbot of Clairvaux, Bernard stamped the Cistercian movement with its distinct character: sobriety in art and architecture, solemnity in literature, austerity in life, industriousness in labor, strictness in observance of all rule, and silence pervading all. Citeaux gave birth to Clairvaux, and Clairvaux spawned a vast Cistercian family that considers Bernard its founder. By the time of Bernard's death, there were 343 Cistercian monasteries, the length and breadth of Europe. Being a strict and thoughtful monk, Bernard ironically spent much of his life on the road. His gifts were such that he was consulted by princes, kings, and popes on every imaginable issues. He participated in church councils, mediated civil conflicts, inaugurated crusades, and wrote commentaries on prayer, theology, and scripture. He had to employ secretaries like a minister of state who recorded the prodigious correspondence that flowed constantly from his mouth. He became famous as a miraculous healer. Crowds of people lined up to receive his blessing and to feel his hands press against their skulls. In one incident, after wading into a large, clamoring crowd desiring his miraculous touch, he had to fight to his lodging as the people tore as his abbot. A person wrote that the real miracle was not his healing, but that Bernard escaped alive. Saint Bernard's authentic and tender devotion to the Virgin Mary was expressed sublimely in his writings. For his Marian devotion, eloquence, and contemplative spirit, Saint Bernard was canonized in 1174 AD and named a doctor of the Church in 1830 AD. He became a patron saint of Cistercian order, beekeepers, and candle makers. To motivate us to do more videos like this, do share and subscribe. Thank you.